Right, we are back for game two, ladies and gentlemen, and it has been quite an interesting start for us. We just recently covered the SWC game between Ventus and Virtue, and now we are going to give you a cracker of a game, which is Energy Esports versus Flipside Tactics. So my co-caster this evening, Extremes, as per normal. I'm just going to be putting us through in-game right now, guys, so we can get this game underway. Mike, you there?
I am absolutely here and ready for this game. We saw some great ESWC action not just a moment ago, and I'm really looking forward to this battle now because it's actually going to be a cracker, as Mr. Jermo so eloquently puts it in the chat. So if we look at standing-wise where these two teams are actually lining up in the current ESEA season, we've got Energy sitting at third place, 5 wins, 1 loss, and Flipside pretty much equal with them, 5 wins, and also 1 loss. So all to play for at the moment, actually looking to see who's going to come out on top and who's going to possibly be representing South Africa at an overseas land worth $50,000.
Indeed, it's going to be quite a good game. This, I think, a lot of people have anticipated, have been anticipating this match for some time already. Obviously, we get to watch it on ESEA this evening. It's going to be close. I think if you're looking at the F3 guys, well, the Flipside team, they're a really strong team right now at the moment. Obviously, with the 1 or 2 things that they need to sort out, internally with regards to maybe executions or strap plays or just general plays at that. But otherwise, they're a very tip-top shape team. I mean, if you're looking at the Energy side have gone through quite a bit of interesting changes as of recently. I mean, now we've got Custom, Zio, Nefon, Tuckborg, and TC back in the lineup here. So it's the full Energy team that was playing back in Copenhagen. I'm very surprised to see how they're going to kind of go up against each other this evening.
Yeah, of course, we don't get to see this strength for strength sort of competition in DGL Masters, where we've done the majority of our casting, and I guess where the viewers would have done the majority of their viewing, because of course Energy are not in the actual DGL Masters season. So seeing this Energy lineup, which is of course multiple LAN winning lineup, actually against F3 who've done so well this season in DGL Masters, it's kind of the actual competition we've wanted to see for a while, and it's good that ESEA is giving us this opportunity. I'm also, just as a fan, really interested to see how Energy fare against F3, because I mean F3 famously taken down names like Bravado in the DGL Masters season this year.
Yep. Definitely. So let's have a quick look at the players here specifically. Talking about the Flipside team here, Conspiracy, in my opinion, being the strongest player at the moment for the F3 side, and then followed by Krios, and then I think Stain, the new addition to the Flipside team, would probably sit there at number 3. The other 2 players, Kron and Zipzip, at the moment are more the support players. Zipzip, of course, being the AWPer, but really depending on his internet connection, that could change. That role was played by Krios, if I'm not mistaken, in the last cast that we did for them.
Yeah, I think it was actually because Zipzip was lagging, is what I was told afterwards. But Krios actually the only player who really showed up that game. I recall it was it Lost versus Bravado, if I recall correctly?
Yes, I think it was, or was it Carbon? Carbon that they were playing up against.
Ah, yeah, okay. So many games this week. I don't think we've ever casted so many games in the space of a week. And tonight is 4 games as well. So working hard here for our money as highly paid esports professionals in the South African scene. Taking home the Benjamins, apparently.
Indeed. The Benjamins.
Yeah, or the
That one.
Zoomers, I guess. Yeah, we have to call them.
Mandelas.
Yeah,
Or
the Randellas.
Divas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's on the money, right? So, statistically speaking, of course, Conspiracy is the strongest player on the F3 side with a RWS rating currently that's round win shares. That's the ESEA rating system, sitting at 14.99. So that's literally world class stats. I mean, the only guys that locally you're going to see above that sort of level are possibly the players like Sonic or Flexi.
Yeah.
But generally, if you're anywhere between 10 and 12, you're damn good. And if you're 12 and above, well, you're literally God.
Well, at the moment, as we can see, quite a number of flurry of frags coming in here, but the energy guys mean business, and they take the knife round here. So this is going to be fun to see if they're going to stay, or are they going to start it off on T side?
Looks like they're going CT side. And that's where you want to be on this map. Of course, we've cast this map plenty this week because it's Overpass week on ESEA this week. So yet again, another game on Overpass. And of course, energy on the favored side right now. That's where you want to be. Interesting, they've opted for armor on 4 players, I think. And then, unfortunately, my overlays are a little broken yet again.
Utility
3 players,
on 2.
okay. Utility on 2, okay. So TC actually with that diffuse kit and nade, and actually gets the dunk nade.
Ooh.
Drops 3 players really low from that jumping nade, and full commitment towards B from F3 at the moment, but energy not falling for anything yet.
Energy seemed quite
Except
sorry, Flipside seeming quite strong here on the breach. And even though taking quite a bit of a nade to the face with 2 of the players there, they managed to get the bomb down. So good start here for them on Overpass. Custom, the last one left. He's got the P2000, so it's going to be tough. We'll have to see if he can get it right.
Oh, very tough one, but he's going to walk into the crosshairs of Stainy Bins, Stained, and he closes it out. So 2 players alive there, and actually a really good round from Flipside, considering the early damage raining down on them from that nade. Couldn't have felt good, but just getting the entries pretty easily in the end and shutting energy out. So buy coming in from Flipside, looking to farm up some money. An interesting custom actually picking up the scout. I'm guessing he's probably going to take that towards long. Force buy from the energy side.
Yep. Well, it's what he generally does. He always picks up that scout in the second round. He's very effective with it, actually. As we can see, he's trying to push for the jumping headies here. Nice little play from Tuckbook. He picks up the 1 frag against Stain here. Although, Flipside still has got the good advantage up against the energy players here. Tuckbook can cause a bit of damage here. He takes down Zip. And they're finally Conspiracy catching up to them.
So for a second he was going to shoot his own teammate there, the way his crosshair snapped on his head. Wow.
Yeah, they snap on anything, really. Like anything that has a head, they'll snap straight to it. It's the mode that they're in. But right now, Conspiracy moving in towards the monster side there with the AK-47. We have got Krios and Kra now wanting to breach in towards that B-bomb site, but they're not aware of Zeo and Nefan just waiting there patiently. I think there's also even an interesting rotation that can come in there from TC as well. Breach play coming in here. Zeo getting the first crack shot in, managing to get hold of Kran. So it's only Conspiracy and Krios left here. 2-on-2 right now, and Custom still alive with that scout. Nice play from TC though, managing to get hold of Krios here. So it's a 1-on-2, and very good play here from Energy at the moment.
It's going to be tough, and wow, that shot from TC just absolutely shutting him down. Shame, Conspiracy looked like he had it, but TC closes it out, the in-game leader for Energy Esports, and they take the second round rather unexpectedly there, but it shows you what a team with skill like Energy can actually do with just some upgraded pistols and a scout.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of times that team actually cause quite a bit of an eco upset, and they did that quite perfectly there. Nice little play there from them. So they've equalized it up now 1 apiece, and now the buy round all of a sudden swapping sides. So we'll see this Tech 9 armor purchase coming out here from Flipside. They're going to have to push the B quite aggressively if they want to make it work. 3 guys moving down that long side, so that's a lot of information going their way, but for energy, but still. Let's see.
Yeah, so the B side tech actually coming in and jumping through the smoke. They're getting shut down by Tuckbok, but sprayed down at the same time. Just trades flying in left, right, and center. And we got the 3v3 at the moment with the bomb down. HP advantage to the CTs, and of course a bit of a weapon advantage to them too. But the bomb is down. Flipside can take this as long as they manage to hold. But lots of utility on the side of energy now, raining in for that retake.
It's a 3-on-3 right now. It's going to be tough for Flipside, but good work here from Zip and from Conspiracy. And Zip picking up the 2k there on the end. And, well, Flipside back on track here. Wow.
These two teams just trading blows at the moment, around for a round. And as they're going, sitting 2-1 at the moment to Flipside. Conspiracy sitting at the top of the board now, 5-2, and Zip also on 5-1. So Nefan yet to actually get a frag on the side of energy, and Kron actually sitting on 100 HP at the moment. 100 ping at the moment. So could be why he's currently fragless.
Well, we'll see Custom now trying to peek around the corner with the Deagle on there by Fountain side. But luckily for that, counter flashes from Flipside. It's not going to be the case in this this situation.
No real exchange of damage at the moment. Energy going for the force buy yet again. Deagle and 5-7s pretty much all around, and nobody's spotting anybody just yet. Although Custom caught off with a very sneaky angle there from Conspiracy, so he opens up this A bomb site for his team now, and they're moving in to take it. Of course, 3 players on B gambling for that from energy, and unfortunately proven wrong at the moment. I think Zip's actually going to catch the rotation, puts Tuckbok down, and now 5v3.
Yeah, look at this interesting play from Sia coming out here with a 5-7, picks off 2. A nice play here from energy. All of a sudden, just pulling it back in their favor, or at least in a favorable position. But that's where Zips has been so key right now for the Flipside team. He's kind of been that guy in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, pretty much the hard look, and of course the player TC from Energy having to stay on that A side because he's not really sure is there going to be a rotation or not.
No.
And of course there is. So 20 seconds on the clock, they're going to get that plant, and TC's going to have to go for the retake. Of course, there's an AK and all sorts of things available. I'm not sure if anybody might have actually had a kit on his team, but the rotator is long enough that if he's not able to get a kill within the first few seconds, it's going to be pretty much impossible.
Well, TC's going to have to make this work. I mean, right now he's got 2 guys with 2 AK-47s. I think it's, I don't know, he's possibly just kind of peeking out to try and see if he can just maybe take a gun from them. I don't think he's got that much of an interest to really kind of challenge because, let's be honest, he's got no kit either, so it's not really going to work out that well.
Yeah, crazy plays coming out from Zio and actually putting down a couple of the T-side players and actually making it a possibility that they could win. But F3, of course, doing the right thing, being pretty passive there after the bomb plant, not over-peaking and giving TC any kind of opening. So 3-1 now in favor of the Flipside team. Actually, Conspiracy's timed out, so it looks like we will see well, not a tactical pause, but a technical pause for the other team. And the question is for Energy, do they want to keep the economic pressure on you? Are they actually going to try to force up around this AK that's been saved? Or will they do what I think is probably the right thing and actually look to save? I think TC is the kind of astute in-game leader who's going to tell his team, hey guys, let's not get overawed by the situation. Let's take it easy, and we got plenty of rounds on still available to us. Let's just calm it down and stop trading blows with Flipside for now and actually look for a save or possibly even a double save.
Yep. Well, look, we'll probably see the eco come out here from Energy. They're not going to buy up or try and force it up, because if they're going to force it up right now, I think Flipside might just smell that out and they'll be able to take quick control of the situation and give themselves an additional round, and then almost force another eco round for the Energy guys. So I think Energy is going to play it safe here. They'll probably just keep the AK in the hands of TC with these half armor, and they'll probably go for just, yeah, the P250 buy like we're seeing, and that's about it.
Yeah, still waiting for Conspiracy to come back. So, I mean, if we look at the scores again, Zip Zip leading the way for his team 7-1, and just the single assist for him. So, doing really well, only dying once. And it's interesting to see him playing on the T side, this sort of lurk roll, cutting off rotation, and generally getting the backstabs, working out really well for them at the moment. Usually we see Conspiracy doing more of that. So maybe a little bit of an adjustment from their side, having played this map a couple of times this week already.
Yeah.
And,
well,
yeah, sorry.
It's actually quite interesting, because I don't know how many times Energy actually did play this map this week. Just having a quick look at the schedule here, try and see, or at least the results that happened this week. Let's have a quick look at the league and look at the standings at the moment. Have you noticed that that ESEA have put a DDoS protection on their side?
That's quite interesting, and I can see why they would. Interesting. Flipside's dropped another player, so Kron also out. He was suffering from a bit of high ping, but yeah, this DDoS protection is pretty cool. I'm guessing since the games are actually, aren't broadcast online, they don't want to actually open themselves up to anything. Yeah. So if we look at the Energy side this week, in terms of who they've actually played, let's just have a look here. They actually haven't played Overpass. They're playing both of their Overpass games today. So haven't played Overpass yet. I think we've seen Flipside once this week. Let me just quickly check here. Yeah, Flipside Bravado lost 17-6 in that instance. And then, of course, currently live with their second Overpass game. See, Conspiracy's back now. So it isn't a conspiracy. It's all above board. He is back. No hacks being activated, nothing like that. In the international world of CSGO, today is, of course, ECS League. In next to the Wembley Arena in London, it's, I think, one of the conference halls or something. Still a very big venue, and that's pretty amazing. G2 actually taking out Fnatic really unexpectedly earlier. And crazy results on this very map, 16-2 to G2 on Overpass. Who would have thought it?
Yeah, gee, man, like Scream at the moment is on fire. I mean, what's going on there? Did like someone have a little pep talk with him after like a year or more of on and off play? I mean, it's crazy to see him back.
Yeah, they used to speak about his one taps. Now they don't just speak about it, they feel it too, because he's suddenly hitting them. And it looks like we're about to go live. So Energy versus Flipside 3-1 in favor of Flipside. Energy on a save at the moment, just a single AK in the hands of TC, and it's going to be pretty difficult for them this round. Fast action towards B coming out from Flipside. Okay, slowing it down now. I thought they were just going to run headlong in, but taking it a bit slow. They're probably aware they're going to be against probably a pistol buy, so they don't want to close the range without actually using some utility first.
Now let's see how this one kind of works out here. We see a boost from TC on that connector side right now, but he's the only one with a gun in hand. He manages to get the first frag and gets himself two. So he's got a lot of work to do right now. Nice little play from Kakok here as well. Interesting defensive play coming out here from the Flipside team. Sorry,
4v2 at the moment, of course.
From Energy.
Oh yeah, well, I'm sure they're interested in how they're getting wrecked on the side at the moment. So pretty difficult for F3 right now. Of course, they got the armor, they got the weaponry, but TC making that one saved weapon count, and of course, Takbo getting the other kill. Yeah,
very, very good play here from TC. I mean, 3 guys down at the moment. Flipside have got a lot to play for. We've got Conspiracy, we've got Stain left. I mean, at the moment, these 2 guys are the top aimers here for the team, or at least part of the top aiming members, and they're going to have to take a lot of guys down if they want to actually get into the side effectively without losing anyone whatsoever. See Netbon just kind of keeping them at bay. 29 seconds on the clock at the moment. There once again, TC just popping around the corner, getting the frag necessary, and he's the only one left. And Tuckball picks up his 2K. Nice play here from Energy.
Yeah, really making the single saved weapon count, and that's rather surprising. I would not have given them a chance there, but I guess they've a right energy off, because at the moment they're able to bring that round back and put Flipside not in a bad financial situation. It's just Kron who doesn't have any money, only 1,500 on him. I don't know if that's because he dropped off the server or if that's really the number that he should have, but yeah, I think we have a pause here again, so some kind of technical glitch. I think we will see a buy come out of F3 anyway, because they got enough money on most of the players. Just Kron he's pretty low there right now. Of course, let's remind you on Overpass, it is a CT-sided map, so one would expect the energy to end with a bit more rounds this half than what we would expect Flipside to have. Flipside having a good start already. I think for them, Kron timing out actually there. So I think for them, if they can get 6 or 7 rounds on this T side, they'll feel pretty satisfied and feel like they got a good chance going into the second half.
Yeah, look, I mean, at the moment, look, Kron's been suffering a little bit with internet issues as of late. I think that's also affecting his performance just a little bit in the team as well. So we'll have to wait and see. Like, hopefully he can get his stuff kind of sorted out. But at the moment, Energy looking in a good position for kind of forcing the eco here onto Flipside. I don't know if Flipside are gonna do a quasi buy or some sort. But we see a couple of pieces of armor coming out there in AK, Tech 9, etc. So yeah, look, I mean, Kron's back now, so it's gonna be interesting to see like what Flipside is going to do. Are they gonna do a full buy here, or are they gonna just go in with a quasi?
It looks like they're getting Tech 9s. It's interesting that Conspiracy's actually bought up the AK, whereas the rest of the team's on Tech 9s. I'm quite surprised by that.
But buy, maybe?
Maybe a misbuy. It could also have been that they were still in communication about what they're going to do before, and Conspiracy had already bought. So 10 seconds to go. We're about to go back into the round now. Conspiracy's going to have to make that AK work for him. And of course, we've seen what TC can do with a single AK on his side. So maybe Conspiracy can pop some heads as well.
Well, we know he can. We've seen it in the past before, and here we go. Round 6 underway. 3-2. Flipside leading at the moment on the T side, which is good for them in the beginning of this half, specifically playing on the T side first, as it is a CD-sided map here. Just having a quick look at the setup. It looks like there are quite a bit. There's quite a bit of movement at the moment in this connector side.
Oh, the backstab coming in, and F1 actually getting 1, getting 2.
He's done his job. He's going to back off for now, and that's all that they need. The Energy guys, just these quick pick-offs at the moment. Not very good at this moment in time for Flipside, as they haven't really picked up anything as of yet. Although we do see Conspiracy now moving slowly towards that A bomb side, he needs to be careful of Nefon and. Yeah, it's only Nefon really. Custom though taking down Krios here, so now they know that he is moving in towards the A-bomb side. Conspiracy's going to try and just sneak in for a quick plant, which he gets right. So we'll go down to Nefon on the end of it.
A couple of players pretty low there for Energy, but the damage trade's not really going Flipside's way, and I think that early pick-off with Nefon just throwing the lowest doors open their caution to wind and getting 2 players really opened things up for Energy. So now 3 all at the moment, and Bomb plant came in there, so if Flipside want to force, they can, but it's going to be difficult to get a full buy, so I think we may just see some upgraded pistols, just equalizing the money actually maybe for a proper buy, and that's exactly what we're seeing. So this round should go Energy's way, but we have seen some crazy eco rounds on this map of late, so not going to write the F3 off just yet.
Yeah, look, I think it's all about, you're right there, the upgraded pistols can really help out quite a bit here in succeeding in that eco upset, but we'll have to wait and see. We see the bomber now moving in towards the long A side. Bit of a late movement coming in from Conspiracy here. He's going to move in more towards the right-hand side of the bomb site, into bathrooms. He'll probably join his team there shortly.
TC actually coming out from lows, and Conspiracy trying to take his head off, but it's not working out so well. Quiet the player.
TC on 11 HP, that's a bit of a problem. They're trying to chase him down, they finally get hold of him, but they're not aware of Tuckball. They're just waiting around, and I think what the whole idea about it is to pick up that AK, and they can use that now moving in towards the A bomb side here to get the plant. They can get the entries as well.
The distractions actually allowed Zip Zip to get quite close. So let's see if we can actually get a 1D here. Comes pretty close, tags up Nefon, and full commitment towards A here from Flipside. They just don't really have the utility to make this breach.
Let's see if... looks like Zip Zip's got the AK now, so he's right up in front, and there we go. Let's see if he can get the entries. It's up to him. Working hard at the one play on the right-hand side, gets the one frag. He goes around the corner. Oh, gets taken down by Zio, who actually picks up the 2K.
Oh.
And Conspiracy.
One dig there from Conspiracy, kind of offhandedly after he plants the bomb.
It's a pity I missed it. He's trying to challenge hard with this deagle of his.
Trying to bait out the peak here, and of course with that bomb planted it's pretty much impossible for... Whoa! He gets the shot again, but round one for Energy, but a really costly round for them. Only one player staying alive, so money's still in a good place right now because they've managed to build up some bank, but certainly help Flipside in the long run to actually put so many guns down on the Son of Energy. And full buy from both sides, AWP in the hands of Krios, AWP in the hands of Zio. So let's see who's actually going to win that AWP battle, and that's the all-important battle on this map.
Yeah, AWP battle definitely between Zio and Krios. So obviously Zip Zip's not going to pick up the AWP this game. And it is going to be an interesting battle here because, I mean, we've got Zio now working with the AWP, but he's sitting Monster's side. So Zip Zip's going to wait out there. An interesting combination right now between Custom and Nefon, just sitting in this bathroom side area.
3 stacked on B, of course, so if they're able to actually take down these players in bathrooms... Whoa! Zip Zip actually taking out Zio on the hard look, and Nefon with the turret. Frags flying in left, right, and center, and we got 3 up for Flipside against the 2 of Energy. Of course, lower HP on Flipside. See if... where they're actually going to take this bomb, because they're choosing to go fairly passive after those picks, not wanting to actually give anything away to Energy at this stage. Favoring this B side at the moment, but of course there is a player lurking there waiting for them in the form of TC.
Oh, it's all about the entry pop shot right now here coming in from Zip Zip. He's gonna, if he gets it quickly, maybe Conspiracy with the AWP as well. It'll crack open that B bomb side and ease things up here for Flipside. And there we go. He gets the shot off on TC. So it's only Takbook left now. And Takbook is a clutch player. We do know that. We've seen it in the past. He's got 2 low health players to contend with, Kron and Conspiracy, but will get taken down. A nice play here from Flipside, picking up the 4th round for themselves.
Real cracker of a match we got on our hands here at the moment. 4-all, and these teams just trading round for round the whole time. So pretty much as predicted, they were going to be in that sort of situation, just swapping rounds. Eventually somebody's going to have to get the economic ascendancy here and actually pull out a bit of a lead. And oh, Nefon actually getting a slight knife on Custom there. But kind of would favor Flipside right now. The money's not good on the side of Energy, so it's going to be pretty difficult for them to keep the economy, and the early boost up to Birthday Party not working out for Custom, going down to Kron on 6 HP.
Now Kron's managing to pull a couple of frags in his account right now, which is good. You see Conspiracy, quite a flurry of frags happening here on the Fountain side, and it seems like Flipside have walked out victorious here, having the numbers advantage right now. So we now got Takbook and Zio left. Are moving in towards that A bomb site, but we'll probably see a late rotation or quick rotation as we can see it immediately moving in towards the B side rather.
Yeah, it would be smart of them to actually go to the B side. Of course, neither side really knows where the other is at the moment, so all playing quite passively and just looking to see if they can catch an opening, or catch a break and find a potentially open bomb side.
Yeah, look, I mean, there's no Energy player in that B bomb site at all, so it should be just a walk-in for them at the moment. Secure it off and then wait for the retake, and then just defend it off as necessary, you know?
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty tough retake. Zio actually going for the... actually catching Conspiracy while he was reloading, so...
look at Conspiracy sneaking out there in the corner, getting the shot on Zeo. And Flipside take the lead, 5-4 here. So
Bit
that
of a
was quite
comedy of
interesting.
errors there between Conspiracy and Zio.
Yeah.
But all good. It works out in the end in favor of F3. So 2 seconds to go now. 5-4 in the lead for F3. So that's enough numbers in the during the course of one sentence. And just P250 on the side of Energy. So the economy has been broken at the moment. Of course, we've seen what they can do with the save. So it's entirely possible that you can take a few guns off here. I just don't see them actually winning this exchange unless the F3 players shoot each other in the back. But F1 goes down as well now, and Custom also down, so just TC left. A pretty easy round so far, and I think he's been spotted here by ZipZip, so ZipZip is actually going to run in on him and puts him down. So easy round, clean sheet for Flipside. 6-4 now, beating out Energy. Of course, full buy will be on the side of Energy, but no AWP on their side, just rifles and pretty limited utility at this point as well.
Yeah, look, I mean, this is something that's very good for a Flipside fan out there. Obviously, being able to see that they've got the 6 rounds required on the T side here compared to Energy Sports only sitting on 4. So they've still got at least 5 rounds to play out right now, and anything can go Flipside's way. It will be just extra bonus rounds for them at the moment.
Absolutely.
Well, let's see how this one works out here now for Energy. They want to try and pull this one back and hopefully push themselves at least to 8-9 rounds here up against the Flipside team. Not giving them anything more, because right now 6 rounds is just too much for the T side.
Yeah, for the T side, it's pretty much mission accomplished, as you said. So early damage exchange actually going in the favor of, well, as I was saying, that TC dropped down to 2 HP and 2 low HP players on Flipside as well. Dio is going to be pretty pivotal here. Is he going to see the play? Yes, he spots out Conspiracy, but traded immediately by ZipZip, so 4v4 still at the moment.
Tuckbook getting right into the thick of things right now. Sees the boost, gets the shot off on ZipZip, and now tries to spam through, gets hold of Kron, and that is a very pivotal position to be in right now. Energy now 3-2. We though do see Krios working the magic here. We still got Stainley for the AK-47 in the B-bomb side. He's trying to challenge TC there, gets hold of him, and it's a 2-on-2 right now, looking very good for Flipside. They pull this one back, and Stains cancels out Tuckbook there, who did such a good job right in the beginning, and it's 7-4 now for Flipside.
And the money ruined on the side of Energy yet again. Reset, so going to look at least one save here. You'll just see some upgraded pistols again in their hands, and Flipside looking good. 7 rounds on the board, and I don't think anybody would have predicted that versus Energy.
Nope. Well, Energy's got a lot of work. We'll see the upgraded pistols come out here. We see Tuckbook also picking up some armor, so maybe he's going to try something interesting. That being said, he's hanging out only there with the guys at B, as there's quite an aggressive push coming out the A long side here. Not really working out at the moment for Energy, but more so working up for Conspiracy as he picks up 2.
Yeah, just padding his stats there versus unarmored players, and I think he's going to take down Custom here. Ooh! I was a bit worried for him there, dropped to 21 HP, but Custom goes down and just Tuckbook left with the Deagle. We know what damage this man can do with a hand cannon like that, but I think they're actually going to be going towards this short area as opposed to long, where he's actually holding a couple of low players though, so if he gets a couple of body shots, he's going to get a few kills there, and he gets 1, but not able to do the rest. Molly at his feet and just a hail of gunfire.
Yeah, things are very good right now for Flipside.
Oh, I think I bumped my microphone. Apologies, viewers. I hope that was not too jarring on your ears.
Couldn't really
But
hear
then
it.
again, you hear my voice all the time, and that's really jarring. So, you know, can't be that bad. So, AWP in the hands of Custom now, and again, the AWP battle between Custom and Krios will ensue. Let's see if they're going to take early aggression versus one another. It looks like they will towards this fountain area. Who's going to get the better of it? Nobody yet, just exchanging some gunfire, but nothing connecting just yet.
Yeah, what I think Flipside needs to do here is just to kind of play a little patient. We see, though, that Energy is just taking control of that connector side, kind of anticipating a push of some sort. But what really is the case here is that it's a bit of a gamble from Energy that's not really going to pay off, because they've only got ZipZip around there, and he's just kind of taking it easy while the rest of the team are moving up in towards A. And he gets a frag as well, which is a little bit of a problem. We see the
custom trades that Nefon actually puts him down. Oh!
Wow!
Wow, okay, custom back, bro. That's just telling his opponent there bodily to sit down, but he's going to get taken down by Kron. Kron bringing it back, but numerical advantage here at the moment to Energy. And while the plant goes down, I think he might get caught in the plant position. No, Staney actually takes Nefon down. 2v2 at the moment. Tuckball trading off, and of course just Kron left towards the long area, and they're going to know he's there, so it's going to be really tough for him, and takes him down. So Tuckball only on 13 HP, so unless he lands a headshot here, it's going to be pretty impossible for him, but never say never with Tuckball.
Well, Kron there picks up the 3k on the end, and that'll help his confidence out just a little bit.
But what is this? Flipside 9 now versus the 4 of Energy. And Energy, of course, on that favored CT side. Round loss bonus now becoming a factor. And they're going to have to... They're forcing up, which is interesting. So not looking to save for the last round. But a couple of upgraded pistols, armor, and then 3 rifles on them. But only a couple of FAMASs. So a very weak buy. And
well, I think they've still got one more round left after this one. But still, 9-4 right now. Not a good predicament for Energy to be in. Let's see if the Flipside guys can carry on, but at the moment things are looking pretty good for Energy as they start off for 2 frags. Finally, we see Flipside respond with the trade, but still, Bomb not very close to anywhere really, except Zip taking frags right now.
Cool, quick 2 frags coming in there for Nefon and TC. Putting Conspiracy and Zips down, and we'll see the last player, Kron, being absolutely pinned to the wall by TC, and Energy actually bringing one back. So if they're able to get the last round here, then it's going to look like a bit more of a respectable score. But still not the score one would have expected. You would have expected the scores to be the other way around. So yeah, maybe the lack of top tier opposition for Energy in DGL Premier Division versus the Masters level opposition that Flipside are facing on a week in, week out basis actually telling you.
Could be the case. It could also just be the case of Overpass not being one of Energy's favorite maps here, and that's also something to consider.
Nah, excuses. Okay, we're going to see Zip actually finding probably Zio here, putting him down. He's going to possibly be traded off. No, TC not actually able to get the trade there.
A very clever play there from Zip, although TC managing to get the trade, and I think that's what's ultimately important here for the Energy guys, is just to get the trade. Look at that, Conspiracy just kind of peeking, jumping through, baiting out that shot there from Custom, but nothing really coming from it.
That's some real bravery there with that peek to jump around the corner when you know there's an AWP there.
Yeah.
So 4v4 at the moment, full on commitment towards this A site coming in. Krios and Kron, the classic pair, but Kron erased and Krios soon thereafter, so looks like a round in the hands of Energy, but no, the F3 players actually have other ideas in 2v2 at the moment.
Yeah, look, I mean this round they want to try and they want to try and see if they can maybe get double figures here on the T side. That'll just be incredible right now here for them, and if they can pull that off, it'll be a really good feat, of course, for Flipside. Now, here's the thing. We don't see any rotation. Now, finally, we're seeing Tuckball kind of moving maybe towards A. No, he's finally going to be moving towards B now. But the bomb's been planted, and look at F3 right now. We've got Conspiracy on full HP with the AWP, gets the shot in Custom, and now it's Tuckball left. I mean, very good plays right now coming out here from Flipside.
Very possible for Tuckball though. He's probably the most clutch player on his team. Staney would have heard him actually dropping into the lower area there and able to actually just avoid it, and Conspiracy puts Tuckball down with a pretty crisp headshot. So Tuckball unable to actually close it out there in a 10-5 half in the favor of Flipside. Really not what you'd expect on Overpass, but of course Flipside having had some practice on this map this week because they have played the ESEA, one of their ESEA games already this week, whereas this is Energy's first. They've still got another game to come tonight.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, they're getting some vital practice on Overpass here specifically. I think Energy Sports, yeah, they've got some work to do if they want to try and see if they can take on the likes of other opposition on this map in the future. But at least for them, it's more of a learning curve, knowing that, okay, cool, they've got some work to do on Overpass. They need to strengthen it. I mean, if you want to be a top-tier team in South Africa these days, you can't have 1 or 2 maps that you're not good on. You have to be able to play all maps pretty much the same.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the
to have
same
a deep
skill.
map pool, of course. I mean, I think Nuke is really the only maps that guys would have maybe a free pass on, so to speak, on Overpass. But it looks like we're going into this pistol round, and still plenty of rounds in hand. I mean, Energy can bring this back. We know they have some dynamic T players, and of course, Tuckborg, one of the guys who's going to be instrumental in landing those kills for them. And of course, he'd want to put his enemies to task, because the literal translation from Afrikaans to Tuckborg is task goat. So let's see if the goat can take the enemies to task here.
Not exactly, but well tried. Like
Bucks and goats, I mean, you know, same
anyway,
thing.
hard
So
push
Energy
now.
rushing in towards A and looking, steaming in like a freight train into this A site, and no trades happening yet. Just Nefon taking out Krios, and very odd situation there. Stain actually in the smoke puts the bomb planter down, and they're taking a bit of ring around the rosies, around the boxes at the moment, and just 2v2 at the moment. Frags everywhere. Kind of hard to make sense of this at the moment.
Yeah, good play from Zip here. Managing to pick off 2 there. Stain also just buying enough time, but unfortunately not enough. See Zip now move in. Custom has spotted him and given his position away here. Will be vital right now for the Energy guys to walk away with the win here. We'll set them up to at least for a few rounds. Wow, nice play here. And look at this. All of a sudden, close plays coming out, and wow, clutch plays coming out here from Zip, and will give the round to the Flipside team.
Yeah, very topsy-turvy round there. I mean, it was a bit tough to actually keep sort of cognizance of what's actually happening there, because that push from Stain through smoke, they're actually denying the bomb plant. I think probably threw the Energy guys into absolute panic and confusion there as to how their player actually might have gone down there. And Flipside in with Zip just bringing out the big clutch plays. Interesting, Conspiracy actually buying up a Nova, so not something you see every day, but I'll get right, he likes to buy that weapon.
Well, look at this. Energy now coming up with a Tech 9 armor buy. You would have maybe expected them to go for a 3rd round buy-up, but there's a little bit of urgency right now in winning rounds here for Energy Sports, so that's why Conspiracy first want to grab a frag there with that Nova. Money in the bag for him. Hard plays coming out here from Krios, of course, but he backs off in towards the site once again.
Lots of damage being exchanged at the moment. A couple of players on both teams actually not looking a bit worse for wear at the moment. I think Krios might have actually spotted Zio there with the quick jump peek. Wondering if Nefon's actually going to maybe punish Krios with that jumping any second now. But both teams playing it pretty passively. Still a bit of time on the board. Really does look like Energy is kind of favoring towards B at the moment, but with the weapon advantage that the CTs have and the standoff ability of those ranged weapons as well, it's going to be a bit tough for Energy to actually breach in here versus a 3-player stack. Only 1 player actually towards A, and he's pushed up quite far. It's Conspiracy with the Nova.
Yeah, he's going to be quite vital if they were going to move in towards the A-bomb side, but it looks like it's going to be a B-side push coming out here. Nice little play from Zip. Picking off the 1 here. Energy, though, under a little bit of problems, but they're doing well, getting hold of Krios here. And Conspiracy coming around with the 2K on that gun. Now it's between TC and Zip. Applied pressure might work out for TC here, and he gets hold of Zip, and Energy walk away with the victory. Nice play.
I can't help but laugh when somebody gets killed with a Nova. It just seems so comedic. It's not something you see every day in professional level play, but TC using the superior movement ability and spam ability of that Tech 9 and actually closing in after this team. I really would have put money on Zip to actually win that clutch situation, but TC, the in-game leader of Energy, showing that he is a strong player in his own right and forcing Flipside onto the force buy at the moment.
Well, force buy, not too bad, but they're Nova paying off for Conspiracy. He's picked up the M4A1S. So this little boost might help out here, but they need to be careful of... look at that. Nefon getting the better of him there. Krios out of the picture, and then obviously it's an indication that Energy are camping outside the B-bomb site here. And the rotations will probably come in.
Zip actually dropped down to 17 HP, so it's going to be pretty tough for him to stay alive here. Of course, holding is at angle, and they haven't seen him cross, so they know exactly where he is. Oof. Tuckbox there with the headshots and actually being traded off by Stain, so Stain's going to run into Nefon any second and actually puts him down. So working out, but not long for this world. Put down quickly by TC in a 3v1 at the moment. Conspiracy the only one with a rifle. No kit on Conspiracy either. So unless one of the other players had a kit, I don't know if you saw it, it's going to be really tough for him here unless he does something particularly crazy.
Yeah, he missed the shot there, and I think that was vital for him to get the shot on Zio. If he actually did that, it would have helped him out a bit. But it's not going to happen. I think Conspiracy is just going to wait for 1 or 2 more shots, but no. TC's got the better of him there, and 11-7. Energy Sports start to gain momentum.
And more importantly, I don't see the intrepid leader of Flipside actually in chat. He's always so prolific in the chat, dropping the dank memes. And no, Anthony, where are you, man?
Yeah, no,
You're watching your team play, man. What is this?
Yeah, no Flipside support. No Anthony here dropping the dank memes, correct. But let's carry on here. 11-7 right now. Flipside in the lead, and
On a bit of a save, nearly catching out TC in lows, but roasting. Conspiracy manages to get out of there, and of course Conspiracy with that eagle is a dangerous player.
This is upgrade pistol buy here from Flipside's going to have to pay dividends if they can get a frag or two. See Stain also just trying to get a shot in, but it's not really going to work. I mean, Custom's got the range advantage on Kran there. There's no way that Kran could have challenged.
Yeah, so far fairly passive from Flipside, just the early aggression towards lows from Conspiracy and getting punished by it in terms of the Molotov, but they know exactly where he is. Zio takes him down at the moment, and only really Stain. Is Stain gonna actually maintain discipline and stay in this corner? Is he gonna look to run away? But they actually spot out his shoulder, and F1 taking him down now in a 5v2. It's just P250s in the hands of the F3 players.
Yep.
Ooh, caught in the open there, but nade in the hand of F1, so no real trade coming in just yet, but I think these F2 players are not long for this world, about to be pushing up daisies, and there we go. Zipzip goes down to custom, and a pretty easy round in the end for Energy, so they're closing the gap at the moment. We'll see the full buy coming in on the side of F3 now, so actually AWP in the hands of Krios, no AWP on Energy's side, but Energy of course building up the bank and looking to play the long game for this half.
Yeah, that's what they're going to have to do. They want to try and take this one here from Flipside. Flipside now picking up the AWP, Krios, of course. And,
cool. Two players actually coming up big at the moment for F3, and that's Krios being not one of them. That's one of his rare kills, only on 7 kills at the moment, but a pretty needed kill there. Zipzip leading on 22 along with Conspiracy on 23 on that team, and just TC sitting on 21 kills, really carrying Energy at the moment. But that early pick, of course, favouring the CT side. It's not too much of the end of the world for the terrorist side to lose one player. Of course, if you're a CT, it makes your job immeasurably harder. But T side, as long as you stick together, one down isn't the end of the world. But so far, not able to actually get the refrag, and it looks like they're taking that bomb towards the bathroom area. Krios actually spotting out TC at the moment, and the shoulder peek doesn't work out for him. Krios puts TC down, the top scorer for Energy, and Zio able to actually get the refrag.
Yeah, but is it going to be effective enough? Look at that shot from Conspiracy there, taking down the one, and now Zipzip also spotting one player in Monster, so information all over the place. So as we see Energy Sports now move in towards the B-bomb site here, they're not sure where Zipzip is kind of parking around. He's taken one of the guys down. Nefon, the only one potentially able to get that bomb down, but that grenade's going to hit him pretty hard.
Not as hard as I would have expected, actually, surprisingly, but
no, it hasn't. Sorry, I thought it was said 51 HP. It's actually 91, so
yeah, it's a bit odd. You need a bigger screen, mate. So yeah, slaying them down, forcing them to actually come close to him because of that Molotov and the smoke, and actually isolating the one player. So now 1v1 and Conspiracy with the weapon disadvantage, not able to take Nefon down, and somewhat against the grain there, considering the early picks. Energy actually winning that round.
Yeah, very good play from Energy here. They're now only within 2 rounds from Flipside, and well, going to be forcing the eco, of course, on Flipside's side, so that's it's a bit of a problem.
Yeah, they on the CT side where every life is more expensive, so it's not going to be easy for them. Being reset, unfortunately, after that round loss. So still got rounds in hand, but Energy closing up the gap pretty rapidly, and early aggression towards long from Energy, taking some good control and some good information. TC actually getting the one frag and the second as well, somewhat unexpectedly there. So TC again stepping up for his team now, currently sitting on 23 frags, second highest fragger on the server behind Conspiracy on 24. Again, very passive play from both sides. Zipzip actually spotting out Custom then. Oh, nearly dropping him down. Oh, no, actually, again, I can't read, but Nefan opening up the A bomb site, Krios going down, and Energy got full control at the moment.
So we'll see the bomb go down here. And pretty simple right now, looking for the Energy team. They shouldn't be able to be too concerned at the moment. Only Kron and Zipzip left, but they've only got pistols in hand, no armor, so it's going to be hugely like one-sided at the moment. I mean, we've got 5 Energy players right now with all rifles and stuff. They managed to take down one. Tuckwalk came down, but he had low HP. Well, no, he didn't actually. It was TC that had the low HP, but still, Energy should walk away victorious here unless we see Zipzip just pull off a sneaky one. Nah, looks like he's going to run off with that gun. I think it's a better. Let's hope that he gets away with it. He does.
Interesting, yeah. Hackam actually popping up in chat talking about in South Africa, Overpass being a T-sided map. Well, you could actually say that for a lot of maps in South Africa being T-sided. The way it tends to go here is a little different to overseas. Of course, when we talk about established precedents on the map, we're kind of referring to it from an overall, the whole world sort of perspective as opposed to locally. But I mean, it is interesting to actually hear from a top local player as to how it's actually going. And of course, ESEA, we do have the ability to see stats. So as we see trends developing, we'll be able to actually identify that. And so you're actually getting the better of Krios there despite taking the early leg shot. And big commitment towards B side coming in here. Nefan actually going for that early peak, but not finding anyone just yet.
Slow play coming out here right now at the moment.
Also quite interested as to the actual theory of why South African teams kind of favor, or T-side does better on overpass. It's interesting. I wonder if it's that guys aren't perhaps spending the time that they should on the map. Maybe it's not a favored pick, and that's again why something like ESEA is actually a good thing, forcing teams to play maps that they maybe don't regularly pick. But TC going down to Conspiracy now and actually bringing the numbers game back. Kron getting another kill on Custom, and now yet another kill flying in, just kills flying in left, right, and center, and we'll see just Tuckbook left now, able to get the kill on Stain, but in a 2v1 at the moment, and he's going to have to clutch this up.
And here we go. Finally, we see Flipside pick up their first round in quite a while. After, wow, 5 rounds.
Yeah, only 2 rounds won for them, the side. They won the pistol round, but they've lost 5 in a row to the T side. And of course, full buy on both sides now. AWP in the hands of Krios. Not enough money on... well, actually, Zio could have dropped an AWP over to Custom, so that's interesting that they've decided to actually stick with the 5 AK setup.
Yeah, well, the setup is quite interesting right now here from Energy. They're going to be moving in more towards the A bomb site area, but let's just have a look here. We see Stain and Conspiracy teaming up quite close and managing to get Zio quite low down on the HP as well.
Ooh, Nefan actually catching out Stain there, and the in-game leader for F3 goes down. So that bomb sitting towards the bathrooms area now on A, and maybe it's going to steal down low as well. We'll have to see where they're actually taking this.
Yeah, at the moment, Flipside 2 rounds ahead of Energy eSports. So They're going to have to make it count right now. They are on the least favored side, according to the South African ways of playing CS. And at the moment, they're in a spot of trouble right now. But NG Sports now possibly maybe throwing a little bit of a fake here and then perhaps moving in towards the B side. No, it looks like they are going to be moving up towards Bathroom. Look at that. Custom, though, going in towards the monster side area. Conspiracy under pressure, but manages to get away there. And Krios also doing quite well.
Ooh, backstab denied there by Zio. Zip goes down, and is Krios going to be able to find TC, or will the trade come in? Only 15 seconds on the board. Oh, the backstab actually stopped there by Krios. Putting Custom down, putting TC down. Will he get the last kill? Oh, not able to, but almost no time on the board now, and I think this bomb plant's going to get stopped, so the round goes to Flipside, 13-10 at the moment.
A very good play there from Flipside. Actually, Krios, to be exact. He did all the work there for them, taking down 3 of the guys, and some very good play there from them on the end of the day. 13-10 right now, and the Flipside team are looking good. We're seeing Zipzip still topping the score, not on kills, but on score at the least there. 25-13, and then Conspiracy is actually the leading scorer. We see TC also quite high up on the scorecard here at the moment for Energy. I think that Molly didn't
TC
work out too well.
stepping up kind of unexpectedly, of course. Conspiracy leading the way, as you say, on 27 kills. Just the Tech 9 buy, but we know how lethal those Tech 9s can actually be on this side of the map. And they're running into a stack, but getting the kills initially, and only one traded back by...
Wow.
Flipside absolutely shut down right now, and Conspiracy all alone versus 3. Going to be pretty tough for him, but he is a real clutch player.
Oh, the interesting stack coming out here from Flipside, really, just not really paying off at all. Really surprised to see kind of how that worked out, because everyone just ran in with Tech 9s and just blasted through every single player. I mean, they knew exactly where they were.
Yeah, well, I think it's also just the way they held. They were quite forward and quite committed. And I think Conspiracy is about to get caught out here by Custom. Actually, no, Custom goes down to Conspiracy, so Conspiracy looks to hold into this gun. But the thing with their setup is they were quite forward and quite committed. And they were, because of the smokes that were there, they weren't really able to effectively trade off. So, you know, if they'd maybe played for the retake, you know, banking on that site, it might have worked out better for them versus the Tech 9s. Because I mean, those Tech 9s rush you down, you run out of ammo, only 20 shots in the magazine. Pretty difficult with the M4A1S.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking at chat again, Hakim just saying, hey, just my take on it from what I've seen. Well, you know, honestly, us as casters, we don't hear a lot from top players as to their take on it. So, you know, it's really good to actually see that come out from you. So we appreciate the input, man. We'll definitely have a look out for that on Overpass. We've still got a bunch of Overpass games coming up tonight, so we won't make that mistake again of saying that it's a CT-sided map in the South African meta. We'll have to, I think maybe at the end of tonight, we may look at the stats and actually see how it's actually worked out, because of course with the ESEA we can see the stats. Save, unfortunately, not working out so far for... oh, actually... And as I say that, a flurry of kills flow in for
Caster's Curse.
So Caster's Curse, eh? Only 2 left alive now on Energy, and of course, they have all the advantage with all the nades, all the armor, and no armor on the side of, well, some armor on the side of F3, but just the 1 HP on Krios and a P250 in his hand. We can see the bomb go down now, and all 3 players are actually coming in from the back and 2 put down really quickly. I don't think they spotted Stain, but...
well, it's up to him now to clutch here for Flipside. He's going to have to try and pull it off. Gets the one shot here on Nefon. It's up to him right now. Let's see if he can do it. Zia's got his crosshair locked in with the AWP. Ooh, makes the mistake of pre-firing the corner and goes down to Stain. Wow, nice little clutch play there from Stain, actually. And that helps Flipside just slowly but surely getting closer to that. He'll pick up the AWP as well. They'll get closer to that 16-round mark, which they are aiming profusely for now. Good play.
Yeah, so actually economy stabilizing a little bit for them. They're able to come in with a full buy. I think we'll see Energy buying up as well. Money weaken a couple of players, so we'll see a couple of Tech 9s, but pretty much a full buy for them aside from the Tech 9s. Conspiracy really coming big for his team. 30 kills at the moment, and I mean, there's still a bunch of rounds to go, so you can see just how well the guys are actually doing.
Well, it's a 30 bomb, 2 KPD as well. Really, really doing well. I won't be surprised if he's got the highest RWS, basically. Very important round there, though, actually, in the previous one coming out there from Stain. So that is also something to consider. That might actually be the winning clutch there, perhaps. Because, I mean, if you look at Energy right now, they've got a bit of a quasi-buy coming out here.
It's going to be tough for them. I mean, they've taken some good bathrooms control so far, but not finding anyone. Energy going for some early map control and not working out just yet. Zip taking Tuckbook down, and so far, aside from that confrontation, Energy not actually able to find anybody from Flipside because of how passive Flipside are playing this. And of course, they're aware of the gravity of this round. This round is very much a make or break round, looking at the economy on both teams, especially with the map so far. So far into the game. We're already round 11 of this half, and a start take coming in now.
Yeah, here we go. Smoke off all over the place. Energy Esports moving in towards the A bomb side. Bomb might go down. No, it doesn't. Krios getting the first hit shot there on Nefon. And now all of a sudden applied pressure here from Flipside. This might be the winning round here for them, as they just passively wait for the breach here. Custom managing to respond with the frag. Gets taken down by Krios. And now all of a sudden it's only up to TC, who's desperately trying to get a frag. He gets one, but goes down to Kran on the end of it. 15-11, and I think, like you said, Mike, that's broken the economy quite a bit.
Yeah, Energy and Sadders at the moment, they're going to go for the Tech 9 buy. You'd expect them to rush B, and if I were Flipside, I would maybe learn from that previous Tech 9 rush and sit a bit back and actually maybe play for the retake. But you never know. This is Energy. They're just like Bravado. They're one of those really strong teams. Tuckle getting knifed by a teammate there, so who knows what he said. But well, rushing into B now, so.
Oh, shot from Krios there with the AWP. But they are going to be coming up that connector side, and he needs to be so careful. We see also the Molly coming in through towards Toxic, trying to flush him out there. Conspiracy also doing the work at the moment. Doesn't get it though. He's going to push in with the P250, and Stain also applying the pressure. The last one is TC. He's going to have to try and make something count. He won't. And Flipside walk away victorious here. 16-11. What a game.
Yeah, this is an excellent game, and really not what we expected. I mean, we thought it would be a close game, but we were calling, okay, it's going to probably be Energy. And I mean, maybe it's a sign of Energy not being too comfortable with this map, who knows. But I think let's have a look at some of the stats right now, which we are able to do. Reminding you again, this is ESEA, so we have.
I'm gonna have to stop it. We'll have to look at the stats after, because we have to join our next game that's about to start between DC and APG.
Okay, perfect. Well, we'll switch games. Do you want me to just quickly talk the guys through the results there?
You can, yes, yeah, sure, go for it.
So, Conspiracy ending on 32 kills, sitting with an ADR of 120, which is absolutely world class. If you're anywhere around 90 to 100, then you're really doing work. That's average damage per round. So, him sitting on 32 kills, 15 deaths, excellent result there from Conspiracy, and also Zip really stepping up for his team, 28 and 16. ADR of 99, and RWS ratings, that's round win shares, 14.58 on Conspiracy and 14.42 also on Zip. So that means they contributed a lot to their team. Stain sitting on 13.6 as well. Energy side, only really TC and Nefon showing up. TC the in-game leader on 25 kills, 17 deaths, ADR of 89.4, and Nefon sitting on 21 and 21, so pretty much a 1-to-1 kill-death ratio there, and an ADR of 90. So those two players contributing a lot to their team, but unfortunately Zio, Tuckbook and Custom, RWS ratings of under 7 in their cases, and pretty low ADRs, and under 70 on most of them as well. So not really able to step up for their team at all.
Well, anyway, I've just passed you the information. We are going to be going straight into the Aperture versus Damage Control game on our side, and we're obviously just waiting for the guys to join in now. It seems like they're about to start the knife round, so we're literally a minute and a half away.
And the question is, what are toilet breaks? Not for us, apparently.
Non-existent toilet breaks, yeah, that's what it is.
So, a pretty exciting game coming in here now as well. I don't know if you want to maybe take us through the lineups on these two teams.
Well, let's have a quick look here. We've obviously got Apocalypse, Hellhound, Style, Explicit, and Ensign. The 4 the first 5 of the damage control team, and then of course APG. We got Convict, Cannibalistic, Deviant, the new addition, Lighters, and Domster. So obviously Deviant replacing Zero Chance in the grand scheme of things here, and I think this is going to be interesting to see how APG perform up against the good old dogs of damage control.
Yeah, and of course the one dog in Hellhound being the player who always steps up and drops them mad frags, and of course there's Style who drops the Style in Deagle shots, getting in those 1-deags, and I mean, I don't think there is a more dangerous player with a deag in his hands than Style. Of course, let's see if Deviant has a chance in this lineup, or if his chance is 0, who knows. Bad jokes aside, this is a knife round, and all to play for here, because it's a knife round, and knife rounds are freaking boring. Why on earth are we talking about it? Well, I think we really do need to do a little bit of theory craft after this. Let's go through the stats and actually see, after this week's action on Overpass, kind of what the stats really work out to. I mean, we've seen, on our streams about a 50-50 ratio, I'd say. So, I mean, that really hasn't clued us into what Hackem's saying, but I mean, Hackem knows better than us. I know nothing, basically. I just pretend. So, yeah, big lies. Weird, just have a look at 2 kits actually on the side of APG, which is a bit surprising. And Style with that deagle again, Styling and 1 digging Convict, so Convict erased from the server. Deviant dropped a little low there with that nade. Lighter's actually getting a kill, Domster getting a kill now, so 4v2. Gambit replying, but this backstab is just going to catch him out, and unfortunately goes down to Kenny. Kenny with the beautiful avatar pick, of course. So just explicit and a bit of a gun battle going on, and not winning versus Cannibalistic. I think it must be that profile pick that's just striking fear into the hearts of his opponents. No, he's actually got a funny face. Kenny. Oh, well, that's unfortunate, because it's like a picture of a fat kid, so I'd be pretty afraid of a dude with a picture like that. I love the sounds coming out of that Mag 7 on Deviant. Sounds like somebody hitting a trash can with a stick. It's still better than the sound that it was, of course. Convict getting a little bit of damage there on Style, so Style dropped down to 30. Got the deagle in hand, the signature deagle. Actually, Domster taking advantage of a bit of a pixel walk there, actually sitting on the side towards Pit on B. But we get the early kill from Hellhound, and traded off by Convict, but they're going to be rushing into the site right now, and not working out just yet. Just trading there. So 3v3 at the moment. Domster actually chasing down Explicit on the lurk roll, but 2 DC players pretty low at the moment versus the Mag 7 and the 2 UMPs in the hands of Aperture. Of course, Hellhound's got an M4, and if there's any player on the DC side that you want with a good rifle in hand, it's that guy. .3v2 at the moment, and pretty tough for DC. 25 seconds on the board. Will they be able to get the bomb plant in? And then there's Domster coming in with the backstab, actually getting some big damage on the DC players, but not able to take them down. Just enough distraction though, and I think Lighters is going to close this off. He does with a quick 2k, and recovers the M4 as well. So 2-0 now to Aperture Gaming, and a good start for them on the CT side. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Of course, CT is expensive. Being a good guy, as I say a lot, is pretty expensive. So just to save on the side of DC and Gambit, going for the gamble and not really paying off, picking a pretty open angle with a weak weapon in the Glock there at the moment. And you pretty much favor the APG guys here to close it out. Don't think we've casted APG much lately, but they of course played versus Bravado in the final of the ESEA Predator MG. Let me just think of all the names there. MWeb Game Zone Master Series, MGMS. I had all the faith in the gentleman there. I didn't think I needed to comment on it. Cannibalistic was just gonna maul them, right? So we got the DC guys coming in with the full buy now. AKs all round. Interesting to see Dumpsters actually hanging on to that UMB, but of course good armor penetration value on that weapon. So if he holds a nice close angle, it will actually work out just fine for him. It's something we see a lot in CT meta these days in CS:GO. Fast play towards the B side now, and actually short side Deviant left here and not able to take both of them down. So 2 traded for 1 there at the moment, and favoring DC. Yeah, it seems like it. One of our viewers commenting on asking is the stream lagging for anyone. So I mean, if you guys are experiencing lag, yeah. Okay, no, okay. Sorry, bad robot. But yeah, the plan coming in from the DC side now. So 4v1 against Convict, and I think Convict's going to be looking to hang on to that gun like it is made of gold, because really for his side right now, it kind of is. There's some good money on Dumpster, and I think Kenny and Lighters could possibly buy, but Convict and Deviant are not going to be in a situation to buy. So it's pretty important that he hangs on to that gun so that his team can actually get a buy in this round upcoming. Okay, that's interesting. We haven't had lag on YouTube before. It could be on YouTube side, I guess. But hey, okay, so I'll just keep an eye on that. Instead of watching the actual game, I will cast 30 seconds ago. No, I don't think I'll do that. So full buy in the hands of both teams here. It's actually just with the P250, so the red-headed stepchild of the team at the moment with that P250, and early aggression towards the short side, flashing themselves in through the smoke here on DC and not finding anyone just yet, but Convict finds someone in Deviant actually making that P250 work for him. Will Gambit get the trade? And he does. Yeah, 3-on-3 at the moment. That's going to favor the DC side at the moment. Of course, on T side, you have the advantage of being able to stick together, whereas CT side, you kind of have to put some towards one side and, one bomb side and some to the other. So they're going to find this play towards Toxic at the moment. I think the 2 players creeping in here. On B, he's doing the right thing, though, hiding out, and they've spotted his head now, so down he goes.
Yep. That indeed, and I think I might have had my microphone muted. I do apologize if you guys didn't hear me. We haven't really spotted anything wrong on our side with regards to the stream, so we are checking to see if it's not our side, but it looks to seems to be fine on our end. We're not sure.
Okay, so Kenny actually going for this retake with this fat baby boy picture. Swaps out for the AK-47 now, and that's what you want in a sort of retake scenario, but not actually managing to bait anything out here, and gonna take Style down, and Gambit, will he overpeak this? He does, but takes down Kenny anyway. So bringing back around now. So 3-2 to Aperture. Looking pretty good for them. We're going to see, the Aperture side actually on a save. So DC will be able to fully buy yet again and should be around in the bag for them.
Indeed. Nice play here from Damage Control, picking up 2 rounds here quite quickly. The question is, are they going to be able to maintain? This should be pretty simple for them here because Aperture is on the eco round, but nonetheless, let's wait and see how this one works out here for them.
Yeah, I'm spotting a bit of lag also on. I'm streaming the same map on a second PC, and it's definitely stopping every now and then. Unfortunately.
Ooh, nice play here from Aperture, managing to get 2 quick frags. Although Gambit's coming around the corner here with the AK-47, so you should be able to pick up at least one of them. Although we have to be honest, they are running around with AK-47s now.
There's no armor in their hands. I think Deviant might get caught here just with where his position, but no, those 2 players actually sticking together, and similarly the 2 players from DC with 55 seconds on the clock sticking together, looking to go towards that long area. No armor on Aperture, of course. Aim punch will become a factor if there's a bit of a gun battle, but Domster actually spots them out, so now they know that commitment's towards that A site. And Domster raised off the server, so 2v2 now running into this A site, and it's going to be a gun battle, but of course Deviant just thinking maybe the better of it, going back towards that B site just in case. So spots nothing, comes back, and as the site tech comes in, Hellhound goes in, Deviant trades it off, and who's going to get the frag? The armorless Deviant's unfortunately going down there, but I think Aperture doing a lot better in that round than we might have expected.
Let's have a look at the score here quickly. Pretty good plays here from Cannibalistic at the moment. 8 for 4, and then we've got Gambit on the other side, 7 for 4.
So apparently they still can't hear you, is what I'm hearing, but I mean, of course, the actual stream is like a good 30-40 seconds behind the action, so I'm not sure if that's been fixed. Well, but yeah, Deviant going down early to the nade there from Gambit. Delayed.
Yeah, it's potentially quite delayed.
It's like 2 minutes, dude. It's like that.
Yeah, it's very interesting that it's delayed so much, but well. Anyway, we're back into round 8 at the moment. Score 3-4 here for Damage Control. They've taken the lead here.
Convict actually getting the early kill there and being traded off by Style. So DC actually winning while we were away, unfortunately. So you're not able to see that. DC in the lead at the moment, and of course Aperture on a save.
Indeed.
Yeah, it actually looks, I'm having a look at the stream, it's probably a good, like, 3 minutes behind, maybe even more.
It's quite interesting.
Because it's still post us dropping out.
No, well, it looks like everyone seems to be fine now, quite happy. And just having a quick look at this setup right now. Deviant's trying to get a frag here. He does pick up a frag, though, gets traded off. Or at least his player next to him, their lighters did.
So all seems to be good. All's well that ends well. Not unfortunately if you're Kenny, ended by Style, and Style's also going to pick up the last kill there on Domster. So another round win for DC, and managing to get a few rounds on the trot now. In fact, 5 rounds on the trot. So a good start coming out from Aperture, winning the first 3, but now DC just closing it out at the moment. Gambit leading the way for his team at the moment, 10 kills and 5 deaths, whereas we got Cannibalistic on the other side, 10 kills and 6 deaths, and really stepping up for his team.
Now let's see how this one works out here now for the Aperture guys. They're going to have to make a count. They've got the dual AWP out. Let's see if they can work it out. A little bit of a boost here from Lighters, who'll have that intel, manages to get a frag as well. Their style trades off as we see them now on a 4-on-4 here.
Actually pushing that smoke and catching Lighters completely unaware. So opening up the bomb site now, 4v3 and everything on Deviant here. He's going to need a hold, and he actually takes the first play in style and also gets, wow, explicit as well, and trades it off finally by Hellhound. But 2v2 now and 2 players low. Kenny only on 25 and Ensign on 17.
Oh, look at that, walking right into the crosshairs there of Hellhound. And now it's only Domster and Kenny left. And then Ensign, of course, the last one and only for damage control, just kind of waiting here by Monster. I don't know if he's dropping. No, he's still alive.
Ensign, of course, the in-game leader for his team, so he's not the guy you'd expect the big frags from. He's the brains of the operation, but still very able in that situation. 35 seconds on the clock and 17 HP. It's going to be pretty damn tough. Very passive out of the APG guys, but of course Ensign doesn't really know where they are. He knows where one of them is, but he can't possibly imagine that they're both there. But with the time that's on the clock, I think he's cleared enough here that he's actually made a way for himself towards A. So really well played from Ensign. He'll at least get the bump on for his team and actually give his team a fighting chance.
Indeed. That's what they need. They just need the extra bit of bucks. Having a look at their current finances, they should be okay for the next round, but still.
Actually, Kenny there swapping out his gun for an AK, so two-pronged approach here, and Domster spotted out early, but now they know exactly where Ensign is, so Kenny's going to be coming in there, drops in the pop flash, and forces him out.
Let's see if Ensign
no
can
damage
keep them
being
in bay.
exchanged yet. Ooh.
Huh.
So actually, it looked pretty good there for Ensign, but put down in the end by Domster, and not much HP on either of those Aperture players. Ensign living for quite a while on 17. So now 4 points for Aperture and still 5 for DC. DC in the lead, still able probably to look at a buy, but it looks like they might just be going for a Tech 9 armor kind of buy to equalize the money a little bit rather than risking it and going for the AK buy with potentially not being able to buy the following round. Full rifles in the hands of Aperture, and Aperture really desperately need this round, otherwise they're going to be reset.
Let's see if it works out now. Convict trying to battle out there on the bottom side here. It didn't really work out for him that well. But nice little entry for DC here. And look at this. They might just move straight in towards that A bomb site here. Unless Lighters can stop them. Nice play from Cannibalistic here.
Yeah, pretty easy plant there for them. Not much opposition actually spotted. Ensign looking to actually get that... oh, actually falling back there. Kenny just getting 2. So coming in with that long flank and able to actually give his team a pretty good chance here. And DC in a bit of trouble unless they get a kill here. But Light is going to put down Ensign immediately. And Deviant also puts down Hellhound. So 4 players kept alive for the Aperture team and able to keep their economy intact and start actually bowling some money. And I think on the DC side, we will see a full buy because, of course, the round loss bonus and the bomb plant means that they'll have some money. But on the Aperture side, finally actually drawing level 5 all at the moment.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, this sort of case, 5 all's a lot closer than what the previous game was where Flipside beat Energy. They were at 10-5 at the half. I mean, here we've got a quite 1-for-1 scenario, and we might see this in the second half as well, provided that the damage control are more strong on the CT side.
So lots of spam actually being shot all over the place in the short area. Nobody really being found, but now DC losing Gambit to early AWP shot there from Kenny.
Bit of a boost there on the top side coming up from Aperture as well, trying to see if they can get hold of one of the DC players. And right now, looks more promising right now for Aperture here on the defense on B.
Seems like we're catching a little bit of lag yet again. From a technical point of view, everything's cool on our side, no line issues, so it's got to be some kind of YouTube issue, which is a bit annoying because we've never actually had issues with YouTube just yet.
Yeah, it's the first time we've ever had it, but we'll look into it shortly after the round here. Finish off the. There we go. Lighter's doing quite well, managing to pick off Hellhound.
Now this bomb actually going pretty quickly through this short bathroom area. Style actually getting the opening there, and they're having to commit pretty quickly now because 15 seconds on the clock. They need to root these CT players out, otherwise the bomb plant will not come in. Instant gets the kill, but will explicitly be able to get the bomb down. Actually getting spammed through the box there, being dropped pretty low, but Instant gets the trade, and 2v2 at the moment. Well, 2v1. Just Dumpster versus two very low HP players here, and they don't seem to be quite aware of where he is at the moment.
Doing the work, but DC will have the upper hand there. Instant just well played there. 3k there for him actually. Damage control take the lead. Once again, 6-5. And let's have a look at the scores.
Yeah, player scores wise, Kenny doing really well for APG, 14 and 7, and both Style and Gambit sitting on 11 and 10 kills respectively. Can't really see much separating the teams in terms of the distribution of frags, and I mean you can see that on the scoreboard, 5 points to 6. DC obviously taking the lead, and APG, unfortunately for them, forced into pretty much a pistol and some armor by just try to equalize the money and look to actually eco. Dumpster ping-wise, 250 ping, that's pretty horrific.
Yeah. So guys, if you're listening in, etc., just let us know if it's any better. Like, we've obviously changed a few things on our side to make it better, but that being said, Gambit here, picking up the 2k, the burn actually right on the end there on Convict. And, well, damage control, forcing the eco round onto Aperture. That's a problem for APG right now, as DC are starting to gain a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, so far making this T side really work for them, always keeping the Aperture side economy in pretty much shreds. They haven't had very good buys generally. I think we saw a double AWP once, Kenny actually being spotted out there. Gonna look to go for the peak probably, but Gambit coming in for the backstab puts him down, and it's a 5v2 at the moment, just Domstar and Deviant, and Deviant about to go down, does go down, and just leaving Domstar with his superb ping of 288, and impossible to hit basically. He's got built-in hacks right now, except for an M punch hits you, of course, then it's pretty much all over. So if we look at the chat, we've got Kate aka Flexi going on a date with Zipzip. Zipzip, you do know that Kate packs something a bit more than you're expecting down below, right?
Ah, that's pretty sexy stuff. It's
so anyway, APG 5, damage control 7, and damage control's been packing a bit more than we expected as well, actually, in the leaders map versus APG, and I kind of would have said APG would have the ascendancy on this map, considering seen some very famous losses out of DC on this map, most notably the game that put XTC on the map at GGC last year, actually beating the DC lineup at that time, pretty much the same lineup, in fact, I think it was. But of course, it's always pretty much the same lineup because they're an old and venerable team, right?
correct.
So, pretty passive play after the initial flurry, and Hellhound and Lighter's busy swapping some bullets here, and Lighter's getting the better of that encounter. Puts Hellhound down, and that's quite a bit of skill raised off the server right now for DC. So, advantage APG, 5v4 at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment, damage control can still pull it back. They've got the AKs in hand, and we know what they can do, specifically the likes of Hellhound and his team, although Hellhound is out of the picture here. But guys like Style and Inson, they're all easy, capable
Style's gonna
fraggers.
find Kenny, yeah, I think in bathrooms any second, or will Kenny find him? He does. Peekaboo, down you go, mate. So 5v3 and Gambit trying to get the trade, but just not quite able. Explicit gonna catch somebody here. He's gonna catch Convict, but will he actually spot the player at Optimus? No. Whew. I was nearly going to retract my words there, but this forward position from Kenny, I think, is going to catch Gambit. Yep. So just leaving Ensign yet again to clutch. He's going to take Deviant with him, get the bomb plant, because all 3 players are towards A, but on 19 HP, pretty impossible task. So it goes down in the end, and we will see another round coming towards APG, Aperture Gaming. They're going to be on 6 with damage control on 7. And the early damage they're coming in from the APG team just causing the DC guys to be chasing the round from that point on and not able to actually get the refrags in to bring things back towards them. You're going to see, courtesy of the plant, of course, a full buy out on DC side, and of course because they won a couple of rounds in a row, but money on both sides pretty fragile at the moment, so kind of whoever wins this round's probably got another 2 rounds, round or 2 in the bag from there because of the economic situation.
Oh, well, look, it's going to be interesting right now for Aperture. If they can actually walk away here, potentially with an advantage score of, say, 8 rounds to the 7, it'll put them in an okay position, you know, going into the second half specifically.
Yeah, seems like lag issues are getting worse. I can also spot it on the stream as well. Maybe at halftime we'll just look to actually start the YouTube stream or something like that. That's about the only thing we can do since there are no actual line issues on our side.
Yeah, this is a very funny one this evening, but try and sort it out hopefully.
So it looks like DC are actually committing to this B site with a minute on the clock. They got all the players here. They're looking to actually smoke off top and chuck in all the nades that they're going to need, and in they go.
Yeah, here we go. Breach play push here from damage control. Let's see if they can make it count.
Utility's stopping them a little bit there with the counter flashes and the mollies. So far not finding anyone, but Hellhound just puts Dumpster down, and is this boost going to work out here for the APG player? Not actually finding anybody through the smoke, but Deviant in the meantime doing big damage.
Wow, crazy.
I know exactly where Style is, so looking to chase him down and not really able to do much, just gets the single kill, and 3 players stay alive for Aperture, so the economy game going their way now for a bit. It's going to be 7 all with going into the final round. Going to be a fairly weak buy on the side of DC. They're probably going to look at Tech 9's armor, maybe Galil. Oh, actually Galil seem to be the order of the day. That's interesting. So not really favoring too much utility on their side. Just start with the Deagle and the utility. Nobody else with any at all. So single decoy on Ensign. That's gonna do work, I think, in the round. What do you think?
Yeah, look, I think the Galils are going to definitely play a little bit of value here for this breach play. It's a full-on push right now. Monster, they're catching them, and Lighters as well, and they're running through that smoke and just getting slaughtered. Yeah, there's nothing much that's you can say.
You invented a new word, and Style was slaughtered as well. Anyway. Do we want to try to restart the stream, or do you think it's going to make any difference? Or
yeah, just give me a sec. Yeah, I'm going to try something else. Yeah, I did spot something small.
Oh, you never know. Something small could be the issue. But while you're busy doing that, let's just quickly have a little bit of analysis of what happened there. Both teams shot each other, and the one ended with 1 more round than the other. I think you can't say further than that.
Yeah.
So, yep, that's my analysis. I do think Kenny doing really well on the side of APG, really stepping up for his team. Dumpster, that was the weird ping, he's done some odd things because of the weird ping. Some interesting shots actually coming in from him. On the DC side, I mean, pretty much the usual suspects kind of doing what they do, and ending on 7, it's more than enough. I mean, if we look at the international meta for this map, but the question is, of course, locally, as Hackam pointed out, is this map more T-sided maybe? Does this actually favor Aperture now going in with the lead into the second round, or you know, how's it going to actually play out? That's the interesting question.
Yeah, look, I think like you said, Hackam said earlier, Overpass seems to be more of a T-sided map than an actual CT-sided map in ESEA. So it's a good thing for Aperture, specifically being 8-7 up at the half. I mean, they dominated the CT side. Now we'll have to wait and see if they're actually more effective on T side compared to what we expect of most of the SA teams. We'll see a hard breach coming in to B right now here. Nice little play though from Aperture moving in, potentially getting the bomb down. Looks to be the case. Nice little play though from Explicit. Getting the headshot there with the USPS, and Style also adding to the tally. And look at this, Explicit just jumping in, and the bomb plant effective for APG, but the follow through, it's going to be tough right now. I mean, we've got Canny left, and he gets taken down there by the USPF of DC.
Yeah, I was just making grunting sounds for the majority of that map, and it's not because I was doing anything other than watching Counter-Strike, because there was just some crazy shots coming in from both sides there. But Aperture actually getting the bomb site fairly uncontested there with the use of utility, but the retake very effective from DC. So we actually see 3 rifles coming out on DC, or 4 rifles, what am I saying? Which is a bit interesting. I mean, a lot of teams would actually go with a lot of SMGs in this sort of situation, but of course with the range capabilities of the rifles and the long distances on this map, including maybe to the drop area, it's probably a good idea.
Let's wait and see how this round's going to work out here now for the Aperture side.
Of course, Aperture not actually buying up, they're just on an eco, pretty much upgraded pistols, and that's it. They want to get in that AK buy because of the bomb plant. They'll get an AK buy in the 3rd round, so
yeah.
Kenny actually coming in with the Kenny boost, and getting the 1D again, so Style a bit of his own medicine, unfortunately, greeting him in the forehead. Well, it really doesn't cease to amaze me. The stream at the moment is on 7-all in the previous half. So very hard to actually respond to issues that people are having when we're this far ahead.
Oh, but that might just be the DVR functionality. Also keep that in mind. You'll have to move forward.
Oh, do you think it is that? Okay.
Yeah, there's a
Wow,
DVR
I'm such a noob, guys. You know, I'm like Kate. I'm a noob.
Well, look, I mean, I'm also just kind of keeping an eye on it from my side.
Okay, yeah, it's about
okay.
40 seconds out actually currently, so we're good. Kenny getting onto the bomb site, being put down by Gambit now, and bomb steaming in towards the B site, and they're going to find Explicit with that first kill and actually picking up the weapon, but lack of armor is going to tell for them, and they're going to get the bomb plant, yeah, but still favor the DC guys in the retake, yeah, and of course kills going all the way, just the last player now sitting towards the short area. And Dumpster will be pushing up daisies any second. Will the knife come in? Oh, denied by Gambit. Got to think Hellhound's not too happy about that right now. He was going to get the knife there. So DC win the round now, take the lead yet again, and looking pretty good for them on the CT side so far. Of course, we are going to see the full buy on the side of Aperture, all the nades they'd ever need, and full AKs. So, of course, the 2 Famous is a slight disadvantage to the CT side. They're going to be carrying that into this round. So, pretty important round here now, because whoever loses this round is going to be in a bit of a tough economic situation for the next round. Bomb actually sitting in T-spawn towards this the ladder area. They haven't really committed to anything, just going for their default play and trying to see what they can actually get out of this. And so far, no real damage being exchanged.
We're seeing Aperture all over the place right now, towards bathrooms, birthday party, fountain side, and then we got 2 of the players on B, Lighters and Domster. Ooh, yeah, might be a bit of a push here, but Explicit getting the upper hand on Domster here, so good defense play from the CTs.
Oh, Domster with a 280 ping. I don't blame him for getting his headshot off in that situation. So Aperture carrying a bit of a liability on their side, of course. That kind of ping, it makes you hard to hit, but it makes it even harder for you to actually shoot anybody, as anyone who's played with high ping would know. APG, I think, are actually going to look to take that bomb towards the A site now with 35 seconds to go. Haven't really faked out the guys from DC. 2 players on the site here now, ready and waiting to receive these Aperture players, and so far Light is actually getting the best of the style there, and Gambit left to just delay a little bit for time. Gets Canny, but can he get another kill here? Yes, he has.
Jeez, the DC guys are just on top of Aperture here with defense, and they'll get into double figures first here. Score of 10-8 right now, and looking pretty suitable for them.
Yeah, excellent play from Gambit on that site as well. Getting the early kill and then the second one, then sort of falling back and not allowing the Aperture guys to actually trade him off to make time for his teammates to actually get into the site. So we'll see the Aperture guys on a bit of a save, just P250, some utility as well. In fact, quite a lot of flashes. So maybe we're going to see something interesting out of them. They're just pretty much rushing B at the moment. So. And already used all their flashes. The money nades coming in, 2 nade kills at the moment.
Lockdown.
Absolute lockdown, explicit with the 3K.
That was pretty cool, like seeing that there. Well, look, I mean, now 11-8, damage control are in a good position right now. They've got enough money in the bank for the next round, or the next 2 rounds at the least. Aperture's going to go up for another buy here, but they're going to have to be very crafty with how they execute into either A or B in this sort of case. Like, are they going to do like a late kind of rotation into B or A? You know, those sort of things really matter, because, I mean, you're going to confuse your opponent, and that's exactly what you want to do. Specifically if you're not able to get the entries.
Yeah, a little bit of damage coming on to Gambit there as he pushed up long and not able to really put damage on his opposite number there. A lot of control here for the T side, but I think this player from short, Explicit, is about to get extinguished, and Lidus takes him down.
Yeah, Explicit not aiming at all in that direction.
All 3 players stacked towards that area, so I think kind of anyway he looked somebody was going to shoot him in the face, right?
Yeah. Well, look, at the moment, damage control have got 2 guys in B, and then the 2 that are returning into A from the long side here. But Aperture taking it very slow. Look where that bomb is sitting. It's just kind of waiting it out at the moment. We're already almost on 50 seconds on the clock, and now Inson is not going to know of Lighters. Lighters is just going to pop them off. Boom.
Yeah, there's a couple of pretty easy kills there for the Aperture guys towards that short on B area, and making it pretty easy for them right now. Of course, this is DC, and Hellhound is still alive, so the crazy plays might still come out, but I think the information now, Styles pushing up this long area, he's not seeing anyone, so it's going to bring into question in the minds of DC actually where Aperture are going, but Aperture committing towards this A side, and Lighters is just trying to throw a bit of a fake here. Extinguished, but all the players are on A already, and Style is down, so they're going to get this bomb plant pretty much for free.
Yeah, well, now it's a 2-on-4 retake scenario here for damage control. We've got Gambit and Hellhound, but they're going to back off. They know that they've lost this round. I think those 2 quick frags right in the beginning from Lighters definitely paid dividends there for the Aperture guys. And now it's literally just a case of like, okay, no, you guys definitely took this round quite early. And let's move on and finish this one off and move on to onto the next one.
Yeah, definitely. Discretion being the better part of valor there, and that's saying never being more apt than right now. Often in South Africa, we do see teams going for the retake and a numerical disadvantage when they really should be saving. And I mean, that's obviously
that's where you get all the awesome clutch rounds, you know.
Oh so. Yeah, I mean that does come out quite often, but of course that also depends on how confident you're feeling as a player. But of course, DC able to save those guns, able to get in a full buy yet again, and a very good buy at that. AWP in the hands of Style, and that's the one man on the server you want with an AWP. This opposite number on the other side, Convict hasn't had an AWP yet on this T side that I've seen, so been kind of denied the AWP battle here right now. But we're definitely going to see some shots coming out, and AWP shot rings out, but nobody pinned to the wall.
Well, let's have a look and see if this boost will actually help out the likes of Style. No one's really going that way, so it's all guys on long. And he's going to have to peek around. He gets the one shot but gets taken down, so that's a problem here for damage control. The AWP out of the picture, and Aperture already into side A.
Pretty easy for them now. Is Hellan going to find him? Yes, Hellan finds Domster through the smoke and gets... Oh, he doesn't actually get the kill. Convict takes him down, but Light is now extinguished by Gambit, and this backstab not coming in time. Gambit wiser for that, and just leaving Convict alone on the site, and now being pincered from 3 angles. So Convict looking to find some kind of opening here, but ESEA, of course, being the wily old foxes that they are, I don't expect that they'd actually peek one at a time, that they are going to... Whoa, and as I say that... Rip commentator's curse right there, huh?
Well, they've still got 2 left here. We still have got Explosive and Instant left, but still, wily old foxes is a very good...
Oh, Convict doing the right thing. They're pre-aiming in the right area and then just turning away at the last second. And as you say, and as I said, the wily old foxes of damage control, limiting the damage that DC were able to do to them there, and still able to say the AWP have the full utility and rifles. And we are seeing a rifle bar on the side of Aperture. It's just Lighters unfortunately stuck on the P250 and fairly limited utility, but still very dangerous on this map, especially if you go towards that B side.
Interesting flash from inside. Nice play though from Cannibalistic, getting that lowest frag on Gambit. So at least now we've got a 5-on-4, more so 4-on-4 actually, because of that pistol. But Lighters can cause quite a bit of a ruckus with it.
Still in quite a far forward position at the moment with that AWP, and he doesn't really have support anywhere nearby at the moment. He's actually going to, if he stays where he is, he's going to find Deviant. Deviant spots him and actually puts him down. So if he'd had 2 heads, he would have popped him 2, but 1 was what it was, and this boost's not going to work out for Hellhound, but it does for Domster. It's now 5v2 at the moment.
Yeah, all of a sudden things have favored the Aperture guys, just by playing it patiently and just waiting for any sort of kind of push play that Damage Control did do. It gets busy, but unfortunately gets taken down there by hands of Convict. It doesn't help much. I mean, Lighters is the only one kind of parking out in B-bomb site here. Explicit knows that the rest of the team are parking in this A-bomb site, so he's just kind of backing off, most likely.
Just misses Lighters there, but I mean, M4 versus P250 at that range, you would have to favor Explicit there, but you never know.
Yeah.
Easy for DC because they play vanilla CS.
That's true to an extent.
Question is, the broader question, of course, is vanilla a real flavor?
Well, yes, it is. It actually comes from the vanilla leaf, vanilla plant.
So what does that say about that statement? I don't know. Oh,
lol.
But not much to say about that P250 shot. Light is just running around the corner and extinguishing him there. So money not so good on the damage control side. You'd expect them to maybe just upgrade some pistols here and not look to do anything too crazy, because there's still plenty of rounds left in this game.
Indeed. I mean, at the moment we've got double figures coming out here from Aperture Gaming now. Damage control still 2 rounds ahead, but the eco is going to be tough. Although they're going for a little bit of an eco gamble here on this long side. Maybe they'll be able to take the bomber. Just maybe. They don't have the range advantage like Aperture at the moment, so those guns will mean nothing to them really. Maybe the 5.7 in the hands of Gambit, but otherwise a little bit of work coming out here from Style and Gambit though, but I just don't think that it's going to help them out that much. I mean, one of them have picked up an AK-47 against the 3 of Aperture, but although Domster's only got a Mac 10, which is quite interesting. Look at this. Lights is just reading the game, knowing that someone might most likely come down that that drop.
Very spread out from both teams at the moment. I think the guys from DC might just look to hang on to these weapons, because that's quite an economic win for them, putting down 2 players and saving 2 weapons. Of course,
yeah.
Aperture won't want them to actually hang on to that, because they're aware of the tenuous economic situation that DC is actually in. So,
well, look at Lighters here. He's quite sneaky.
He's getting pretty close. I think he's probably going to look to make a move once that bomb explodes, and here comes Domster to actually support him. Up goes the flash. Doesn't really get the other guys, but is able to effectively trade the one. And, well, two players, actually, three players paying for their lives. So,
Wow.
actually working out pretty well there for the DC guys. But, of course, the money on APG is looking pretty good. So, full buys coming in for both teams now. AWP in the hands of Convict, and no AWP being afforded on the DC side. I think Hellhound could actually drop an AWP there for Style, but chooses not to. So let's hope that doesn't bite them for their sake.
Yeah, well, we're drawing closer to the end of the game here, and then of course our next game is WRG versus Ventus. Nice play from Domster here as he gets to the side, picks up a quick 2K. Hellhound the only one to respond with the AK-47, but he's got a lot of APG guys to take on. And he's got no support at the moment. Finally, Style now appears with FAMAS, and I believe Gambit as well.
If DC don't take some early kills, yeah, they're gonna really have to run away with these weapons, because well, it looks like they're committing, but things not going their way at the moment. Gambit actually giving away his position with that Molotov, and the trade's coming in, and just Style left.
Style at least doing some work here, managing to pick up the one. He's got two to take on.
The bomb is pretty low right now, so I think it's pretty much over. He's going to get shot in the back here, and down he goes. Aperture Gaming actually taking that round, and
well,
things looking pretty good for them now, eh? 12 all.
It is looking pretty good. Definitely the Aperture guys should buy up completely here. Don't see maybe Convict, you know, no, it looks like he's going to be able to pick up an AK. So it's going to be a full buy coming out here from Aperture, but still, what's interesting though is to see is just that, you know, it's 12 apiece right now, and now it's kind of anyone's game, literally.
Yeah, of course, advantage Aperture right now with the full buy versus the Eco. Of course, Style with that
Wow.
Deagle doing what Style does and taking heads off. So Kenny, his opposite Deagle number is, well, he had his number, but now Light is getting the two entries into the side. Hellhound and Explicit go down, and they're trading bullets with Instant. Instant goes down as well, so now a 4v2 favoring DC, what am I saying, Aperture guys, and their Gambit actually goes down as he runs into short. So just Style with that Deeg, and it's going to be pretty tough for him. Maybe he can land a shot or two, but they know he's got the Deeg, so I'm guessing they're going to try to chase him down.
He wanted to pick up a gun there, obviously, but I don't think it's going to be the case. That AK is probably hidden away by the likes of Convict. The Style, he's going to try and see if he can maybe pick up another one.
Goes down. So, Aperture takes the lead now for the first time in a while. And if we look at the scores at the moment, Kenny sitting on 25 kills, really doing well for his team. Light is on 22. And on the opposite side, we got Gambit, 24 kills, and Style on 22. So very equal kill distributions across both teams, and very little to separate these two teams right now. Of course, Style's got the AWP again, and on the Aperture side, no AWP. So let's see if Style can find an opening for his team here. Actually sitting quite passively at the moment, going for that boost, looking up towards that birthday party area, but nobody peeking just yet.
Yeah, he might be able to catch one there, but it just seems that he missed Convict by a few split seconds. Although damage control now just taking it a little bit more passively than what they generally do. Although we do see Gambit a little bit up here on the bathroom side. Maybe we'll try and engage with one or two of them. But he needs to be careful though, because I mean, gets the one frag, takes a nade to the face, but backs off. That's all he needs to do. Just take it easy.
And of course, the T side not able to actually trade that, so you know that's the best outcome possible there for DC and Gambit. Still looking to actually posture towards this A side, clearing those bathrooms area, but not finding anyone just yet. So this map poised at the moment for a pretty exciting conclusion. 13-12 again, may we remind you, for Aperture, just trying to find an opening and obviously down a man in this round. So looking good for DC right now, but we know the strength of Aperture, and of course they got Cannibalistic there. The Talismanic Cannibalistic is able to actually get those kills. Still alive at the moment, and as I say that, he extinguishes Explicit. Style trades on Lighters on the other side of the map. And now It looks like they're going to get this B side. Ensign hiding in the side at the moment, just playing for time, trying to stay alive. Kenny getting another one. Just trades flying in left, right, and center, and we got a 2v2 at the moment. Gambit gets the kill, and just cannibalistic left. But we've seen what he can do in this round so far, and actually catches Gambit with his knife out. So against Style the AWP, it's going to be pretty difficult for Style, but no kits as well.
But Molly might have helped him out a bit there, but Cannibalistic just really 4K there for him, adding so much value to the team. They're 14 to 12, forcing now, well, putting DC into a forced bias position, which is not going to work out well for them. So Aperture basically on the brink of taking this game, and they've done pretty damn well.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Style. I mean, I think he didn't realize that he maybe didn't have a kit, because as soon as he tabbed that bomb, you could see him frantically looking around when he threw the molly for a kit, and just not able to actually find a kit there. So, but unfortunate for him there. I think he would have probably caught Kenny actually peeking him there, but
yeah.
Looks like Explicit's going to go for this peek, but punished a little bit in terms of HP, dropping down to 41, and he wouldn't really have spotted two players there, because he actually took a bit of a self flash from his teammate there. So early damage exchange going against damage control, and not able to control that level of damage. Oh, this crossfire working out really nice here. Gambit actually taking down Kenny, so the strongest player on the Aperture side actually going down, but Deviant able to trade it off, but knocked down to 8 HP. Question here is, do they know that Style is actually in that lowest position? He might prove pretty pivotal if they actually look to rotate past him. But 40 seconds on the clock now, and Doms actually takes Explicit down pretty easily thanks to a flash.
Yeah, this is a very drawn out last couple of rounds here. The DC are playing it patient. They want to keep themselves in the game. It's a 3-on-3. This is the only opportunity they've got at the moment to potentially take it, but it looks like Convict getting the better of Ensign there with the AWP, so that's a massive problem, dropping a player so quickly. Hellhound the only one left here with Styles, so Convict needs to be careful though. Oh, gets the shot on Hellhound, so it's only Style left here to clutch for the DC guys, and we know he can. He's taking down Domster, and Convict and Deviant have low HP. Let's see if he can pull in.
Man, no kits on him yet again, and he's going to actually get the backstab from Deviant. Deviant fluffing it a little bit, but eventually gets him with the headshots, and that's now a match and map point for the guys from Aperture. So looking pretty good here. 5 Famises in the hands of DC, so it's going to be really hard for them versus the full buy from Aperture. Getting into round 13 now, and of course 3 map points in hand for Aperture, so pretty easy sailing for them so far in the last couple of rounds. But DC looking to actually do something unexpected, and they get the first pick, but traded off there by Kenny.
Well, it's going to be tough for DC now. They've just got a whole bunch of FAMAS, and the frags are definitely not going their way. We see Explicit come in from behind, so he should be able to pick off 1, maybe 2. He's going straight for that AK pickup at the moment, and we see another frag also going in favor for Gambit.
Yeah, Lighter's actually in that top position. What's it called? Palace or balcony? I don't know. Words are hard.
Heaven.
Heaven. There we go.
I think it's called Heaven. Yeah.
Somewhere up there, and Explicit actually clearing the site now, looking for where Lighters might have gone. It's a bit disjointed, because neither team actually sitting in a traditional sort of position, and the players aren't really together. So no, I think Gambit's actually going to catch these T players as they go into the site. The question is, which side do they actually choose to plant on here? Ooh. Gambit not able to spot them, but he sees the molly flying out, and doesn't take the kill on Convict. So now Explicit in the clutch situation.
Indeed. Let's see if Convict can keep him at bay. I mean, Lighters has got full HP here, but We know Explicit too well. He's got a lot of experience,
And again, no kit.
that's a bit of a problem here for them. And Aperture on the brink of taking it. And they do. What a play here from Aperture Gaming. They walk away with a 16-12 win there over DC. It was, yeah, if I'm correct, that was 16-12.
Yeah, actually pretty easy in the end. I mean, DC had control of that map for quite a long period of it. Are we gonna have a chance to quickly have a look at the stats, or are we gonna have to go into the next one? Okay, so that
Oh, there
must
we
have
go.
been moved at some point.
Yeah, there's the stats. Sorry, muted my mic there for a second again. So
No worries. So we got the stats here. If we look at Canny sitting at a round win share of 14.87 for his team, and that's really world class. If you're anywhere between 10 and 12, you're doing damn good, and if you 12 and above, you're looking really good. So Canny doing well for his team there. 30 bomb, 19 deaths, and average damage per round of 109. So really, ripping apart the DC lineup. Style, the only player on the DC side with an average damage per round ADR score of over 100. Gambit doing pretty well in 97, but the RWS score on the DC side only really Explicit and Gambit sitting above 10, and nowhere near what Kenny actually did for his team, with most of the team sitting around the 10 mark on Aperture. So looking pretty good for them there. Gambit obviously dropping in the 28 kills, 21 deaths, so obviously that's very good. Style on 26.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, the stats telling the story. I think Kenny really stepping up for his team there, and in a couple of rounds actually getting 2 early kills. A couple of, I mean, if we look at three 3Ks for Kenny, a 4K, and five 2K. So he's really just dropping on a regular basis those couple of early entry picks and actually making it possible for his team. So well played there to Aperture, bringing it back versus DC. And I mean, DC in a commanding position at one point, but the way the teams were trading rounds, you never really got the feeling that somebody's going to run away with it.
yeah, no, for sure. It was a very kind of like one way or the other kind of game. Like you couldn't actually predict if DC is going to take it, and you couldn't actually predict if APG was going to take it. It was really all over the place. But I mean, that being said, at least for Aperture, that's a good confidence booster going in. At least dominating one of the top team Masters teams, which is the DC side. So they
Well, towards
quite
the end of the half, I wouldn't say dominating for the
well.
whole game, but
I'm
yeah.
not. I'm sorry. I do apologize. I don't mean dominating. I'm also mean just beating them. That's what I kind of meant.
No
Um,
worries.
yeah.
So yeah, maybe we should have a quick look at the log, just so the guys can see where things stand at the moment.
Well, I actually want to go back to the Energy Flipside game, which we couldn't have the look on the stats there before we actually go to the log. The stats should.
Okay, yeah. Let me quickly pull that up on my side as well, just so that I can see what on earth we're talking about. Of course, thank you guys for joining us tonight. It has been we've cast 3 games in a row now, so definitely the voice is getting a little bit scratchy. I mean, in a few seconds, I'm gonna start busting out the drawl, like very low and
Mm,
gravelly voice. But let's go back and look at the statistics here. Energy versus Flipside was the previous game that we covered, and just bringing it up in case you guys may remember, Conspiracy doing really well for his team. They're sitting at a 4.58 round win share. Average damage per round of 120, which is probably the best we've seen today in any of the games we've casted. Zips
yeah.
also sitting at an RWS of 14.42, and Stain sitting at 13.6. So really excellent share of damage and kills and objective completion on their side. That's what gives you RWS. By objective completion, I mean planting the bomb, defusing the bomb, that sort of thing. On the energy side, we've got only TC really stepping up properly for his team there on 25 kills, 17 death, RWS of 11.85. Nefan putting in a brave effort, 21 and 21. RWS of 11.23 and the highest ADR in his team of 90.97. But just between those two players, not really enough. I mean, if you look at the score, Energy were in it for quite a large period of the map, but Flipside with the dynamic T side players really just shutting them out. So really well played to Flipside there over Energy. Perhaps an unexpected victory, but a victory nonetheless. And Flipside still on the up in the ESEA CSGO scene. And of course, we just saw DC losing, unfortunately for them, but fortunately on the other side, APG taking the win and moving up in the log, now sitting at 5th position, 5 wins, 2 losses. DC sitting on 4 wins and 3 losses in 7th place. So Aperture closing the gap to the top teams, and DC maybe losing touch a little bit there.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, it's interesting kind of change on the conference this afternoon slash evening. Of course, Bravado Gaming right on top. They're 8-0. We got Carbon 7-1, and then Flipside 6-1. So they're quite close in contention there, those three teams. I mean, Energy Sports now 5-2. Aperture also now on 5-2. A little bit unfortunate for Damage Control losing another game there, so they're on 4-3, but still Bravado right on top at the moment. I mean, they're sitting comfortable, not losing a single game as of yet.
And of course, if you look at in DC where they're sitting on the log, they're sitting pretty close to XTC, Virtue, and Veneration, and also Team Area 52 in that space as well. So Virtue doing really well. I mean, we've casted a few Virtue games, and they're actually looking pretty good. Definitely able to trade blows with some of these Masters teams, and I think teams like XTC and Veneration should be a bit afraid of what Virtue can actually do.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Virtue's coming up, eh? They're definitely doing quite well.
So yeah, that's pretty much for our coverage today, guys. There's also ESWC action going on at the moment. If you jump onto the CS:GO Facebook page, you'll see some posts there about when the games are happening. I think there's a game on at the moment.
Yeah.
And have a look out for that. Of course, this is ESEA action, and of course, because it's ESEA, we've got all the stats for you. We've able to actually take you through that, which is pretty damn nice in SACS. As a caster, it's bloody annoying not having that. So thank you, ESEA. I heart you. And of course, the other side of it is they're playing for a space in a LAN final, I think, in the USA for $50,000. So Bravado well on their way there, but Carbon and Flipside are coming for them. So stay with us this coming week for some more ESEA action. We've got some more coming to you this week, and plenty more ESWC as well. So thanks for tuning in, and have an awesome evening, guys. Thanks to Burning Red, my co-caster, who is always on time and always with the dry humor. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just a bit like sick today. Well, for the last couple of days, it's been quite tough, but we'll be fine next week. Thank you very much, guys. Please follow our channel to help us get to that named channel status. Anyway, that's all from us. Unfortunately, we're not going to cover the last game due to the Ventus team forfeiting it up against WRG, so it's a little bit of a bummer for us, but we'll catch you guys later this week with some more ESEA action. Have a good evening, and we'll see you soon.
Hugs and kisses. Cheers.